Hi, everyone. I'm Lori LeBay, and I wanted to introduce myself to you. My mom lived with dementia for 30 years. Yeah, you heard that number right, 30 years. And it was life changing for me. And so I stepped into the dementia industry in 2009 and created a company called Alzheimer Speaks. And it started and it still is pushed forward by being a frustrated daughter, wanting to know where all the other people like our family were and where the heck were all the services, products, and tools that had to be out there to help us. And so I would just want to share with you a little bit about Alzheimer's Speak. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen here, just show you a little bit around our website because we have all kinds of free services, products, and tools for you to be able to tap into. So on the site here, you can see there's a main tab. We've got our homepage. We have a tab that goes directly to our free educational resources. I've written a book with Scott Carlson called Betty the Bald Chicken. You can sign up to subscribe to our blog here. Polls is something new that we're just starting. We have all kinds of information on programs and services, as well as marketing opportunities for you. And if you want to hear my story and my family's story and our mission, you can always tap on here as well. Scrolling down the homepage just kind of tells you how we can help. We are here to gather people around the world at all levels and all stages because we don't think that we can make sustainable change without that. And here again, you can access our free educational resources. In this section, it just highlights some of our most current radio shows that we do, and also our Dementia in the Arts program. Another show that I collaborate with is with Lance A. Slatton. We do conscious caregiving with L and L, where this is a monthly podcast and it's very in depth, but we hit tough topics. And then there's dementia chats, which are videos that feature the experts, those actually living with dementia. Again, you can get to our products and services, you can get to our marketing and branding opportunities, and learn more about myself, some of our recognitions. And if you happen to be a business, we have our awesome partner section. I'd love to talk to you about that. The larger ads, of course, have a cost, but the smaller ones do not. And this is on every single page of our website. I'm going to scoot back up here and I'm just going to go to the free educational resource section to show you what all you can find here. So each one of these squares is a page that you can go in and explore. So for example, you can go to our radio show, which will highlight here again some of our most current shows, but you can subscribe to the channel. You can watch them on any of your favorite podcast platforms. You can come to this page and just listen as well. And I also want to point out that we do open mic, and that is monthly, and anyone is welcome to join us for that. And I usually have the schedule listed here. So you can find lots of information regarding that. Dementia chats, again, are those videos with people living with dementia. These are absolutely fantastic. Again, I try to list the schedule here for our session. So if you happen to be living with dementia and want to be part of our panel, just reach out to me to do that. You can click on this button, become a Dementia Chats expert. If you like to see the videos themselves, we have a large sampling here with a variety of titles: denial by a person with dementia, what triggers your off moods, and how the heck do you pull yourself out of them, dementia advocacy, roles, duties, terms, and succession plans. How do you communicate well? We have one here where we hear from people who've been living with dementia 10 and 20 years, and they're still doing Zoom. So there's lots of information here. You can subscribe to our total YouTube channel, or you can subscribe to our specific playlist for this, or you can download a PDF that lists everything by title. And some people prefer that. So, whatever works for you there, we are here to help. We have dementia quick tips. These are just short little videos of things that I learned as a care partner to my mom. And so you can watch any of these. Plus, there's some other videos on here as well. You can learn about memory cafes, which are absolutely fabulous. And I was lucky enough to be one of the first to help bring those over to the US. You'll hear from people who actually participate in them. Here we've got highlighted a radio show that I did that has people from around the world and what their memory cafes look like. I also do mentoring on this as well. The Purple Angel Project is fantastic. This was developed by Norms McNamara, and I just help him here in the US, he and Gary LeBlanc, to help spread the word. This is a symbol that anybody can use. You just can't print, coffee cups and t-shirts and try to make money off it. But Norms has been living with dementia since 2007. And he designed this global graphic to get people to ask, what is dementia? And he's got some simple downloads he asks that people read first, just for clarification. It is not at all about having all the answers. It's about having a conversation. And his global awareness site is listed here as well. Dementia friendly, everyone asks, what's that about? And I was lucky enough to launch one of the first, if not the first, dementia friendly communities here in the US with the help of the Lutheran Home Association. And we've got kind of our philosophy here. You will see there is Act on Alzheimer's in Minnesota. Nationally, they have now adopted Dementia Friendly America, which is kind of headed up by our leading age. So there's all different types of ways to connect. You'll hear what people are saying about them. You'll hear kind of my business strategies in terms of setting these up. And there are some video clips here, again, about why this is important. I also do some training called Dementia Star. And then Roseville, Minnesota actually has separate little clips here from their city manager, their police, the library that actually set up a national movement for dementia-friendly libraries, their senior program, and their fire department on why all of this is important. You'll also find information about dementia-friendly travel. Our Roseville group is very active internationally, and you'll see some wonderful videos with Teepa Snow that they are using to help train TSA, and they're actually expanding that to an online program. So all of the US will be able to tap into that. So lots of great information here. I'm super proud of Dementia in the Arts. This is an absolutely amazing program that raises awareness of abilities through the beauty of art. It's about busting the stigmas and showing the possibilities. And I do this program with Mary Crescenzo, who is a master artist. And you can see down here on the right hand side, we basically just have some resources in support for artists. And then on the left hand side, we have video programs. Now, initially when we started this, we were doing kind of group interviews, but starting in 2024, Mary and I decided to focus on one individual artist. Sometimes it's just the artists living with dementia, sometimes it's their care partners. But these are absolutely wonderful. And if you want to check out and just see some of the work that they do, you can see some of the graphics. These pieces are all by Dale Latimer. She has just an expansive variety of types of art that she does. Down here, Gail Gregory over in the UK is just, again, incredible. Both of these women never did art really before their dementia. And most people are just shocked at what they see. Here's Carlos. He's been doing abstract art all of his life. We had some wonderful conversations. Harry Urban used to do a lot of woodworking, and because the lathe became a safety issue, he now uses a 3D printer and makes something every single day. And down below, you'll see a variety of art from our artists. In addition, we have a poetry section. This has been fascinating to me, but what I've learned through our poetry section, and people just submit their poems, we post them to the blog, and then they live here forever. I haven't found a really good way to do this other than by title, but people can submit these and they can, anyone can just click on one of these tabs and they can read their poems. Some are short, some are long. But what I found is that people really appreciate the privacy of being able to read a poem. Not everyone's ready to be in a support group or express their emotions in front of people. And this gives them a quiet way to be able to process, to not feel alone. You can go to our blog here. We list things usually a couple of times a week and just click on any of these. This one here happens to be where we heard from 12 dementia influencers around the world, and their information is absolutely fantastic. You can watch the video, you can listen to it on a podcast, you'll get their contact information and a little bit more about them and what they do. And typically we'll have resources for you, and there's a ton of them on this particular video. Conscious Caregiving with Ellen L is another program I do with Lance A. Slatton. And this is a program that we do once a month. And it's a 2-hour typical panel discussion. We do a variety of tough topics. So we've talked about driving, we've talked about mental health, as you see here. We have talked about scams, anything that has to do with seniors. And it's not always dementia specific, but typically dementia comes into play with this. You can follow us here. You can go and see the various episodes that we have. We're always open, just like we are with Alzheimer Speaks, to what are your thoughts? What do we need to talk about? And then we have the YouTube channel that has a ton of different playlists that you can subscribe to if that's something of interest. So here's just a list of our playlists here, and then a couple of featured videos as well. Public events, I do a lot more private than public lately, but that changes. And then we have free tools that anybody can download here. And these were all created out of my own personal need when dealing with dementia. So for example, here are communication tips when caring for someone with dementia. You could use this with your 2-year-old, your teenagers, your spouse, your coworkers, because all of these tips are about our multisensory communication and the impact that they have on one another. There is a tip sheet, which I've been a little shocked how much people have liked this, but it's just a reminder that there's life with dementia. And then, of course, we have our memory chip and our memory journal. Both come with a little video that you can click on to learn more. And again, all of these you can print out. The last thing that I'm just going to note here is Dementia Map, which is our global resource directory. We have a resource directory, we have a calendar of events, we have a glossary of terms and a blog. It's very easy to navigate. The other thing on the site, I will just highlight a book called Betty the Bald Chicken, Lessons in How to Care. It's about anytime you don't feel like you fit in. So this can be used for young children. It can be used for bullying, divorce, death, chronic illness, addictions, all kinds of things. And we have lots and lots of reviews listed on here. Other things are services and programs, and we have all different types of things, from events and screenings to products and tools. We do consulting. sponsorships in, we can be an influencer for you. Of course, all of these click through and you can get more information. The events and engagement section. We're very easy to work with if you are a meeting planner or maybe you're new to doing events. You can request a list of all of our programs down here, some of the topics that we cover, the types of events that we do. Here are just some highlighted videos. And then if you're looking more for a press kit, you can get our updated bio, testimonials, past clients, all kinds of things like that. And then, of course, we have our marketing and branding opportunities. We love to partner with people, and we can do that in a variety of ways. So we can do that through traditional advertising. Means, you can be part of our radio show. You can submit articles to the blog. You can have ads placed on our site, or maybe you're interested in branding on educational platforms, and we offer all kinds of those. And then last, I'll just bring you to our About page. A lot of people have had fun, just kind of reading our story, what we're all about, and why. You can learn about our mission and our values. You can learn about myself, but a lot of people just enjoy reading the family story, which is the mother behind the movement, which got me into this space. And you'll see all kinds of photos, you'll hear all kinds of stories and things that we went through that might just help you as well. So, with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up. I hope you will take the time to visit us at alzheimerspeaks.com and become what I call a giver of hope. Like, click, and share this information. It was created to be helpful, not to be hidden. So please feel free to share everything that we're doing and become part of the movement. Make the world a kinder, better place for everyone dealing with dementia.